Hey, what's up rugby fans? And I am back like I left something to present you our fifth and final preview of the Premier 15's 2020-2021 season. Last time it was Worcester and DMP Durham, and this episode we round off the top league in women's rugby in this country by looking at the fortunes of none other than Loughborough Lightning and Saracens Women. Now before we get into it, if you have not seen any of the other videos, then don't panic! Just click this link or look in the description below. And of course, please do like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel and tap that little bell icon to ensure you don't miss any video we drop throughout the season. And I'm telling you now, we are going to be dropping a lot. Okay, Lightning, Sarries, Premier 15's season preview part 5. Let's do it. Now, if I was a Loughborough Lightning fan, I would be absolutely delighted with how my team has fared in the Premier 15's era. A new team, when they came in, they started their first season in the top tier of English women's rugby by finishing 5th, before making the playoffs with a 3rd place finish in 2019. It was looking like they were going to repeat that feat this year before COVID-19 ended all domestic rugby back in March, but you wouldn't bet against them doing the same thing again this season. With Lightning, it was very much a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They have some of the best players in the league. No, wait, the best players in the country. No, actually, they have got some of the best players in the world, and in Emily Scarrett's case, the best player. And they have a top coach and top training and coaching facilities too. So it came as a huge surprise when the first transfer news of the pre-season concerned the Midlands team, when Red Roses World Cup winning captain Katie Daly-McLean was announced as the new player coach of Premier 15's newbies Sale Sharks. Talk about rocking the boat. And this was closely followed by Joe Brown heading south-west-ish to Worcester Warriors Women, as I mentioned in my last preview. And Scotland second row Sarah Bonner going to Gloucester Hartbridge, as Amy explained. So it seemed like things were falling apart at the seams for Reese Edwards' side, but as we know, Lightning are a proper outfit. And not only did they have a contingency plan, they were going to spring some surprises on us. So yes, out went Daly-McLean, Bonner and Brown, but in came in Wasp fly half Lizzie Goulden and Canadian back row / second row Courtney Holtkamp. Now, for those of you who have watched me present on the Women's Rugby Show before, you know I am a huge fan of Kiwi Goulden. She has a laser-guided kick and is a real flair player who her teammates outside of her will definitely benefit and feed off of. She didn't get enough game time last season, so I'm very excited to see her get a proper run of games this time around. Holtkamp is an all-action forward who adds experience and bags of energy on the pitch, so she'll be well suited to the Premier 15s. Okay, great, so 3 out, 2 in, and Edwards was done, right? Wrong. Lightning were one of the first teams to announce the signings of England Sevens players following the devastating news of their contracts being ended by the RFU. So that meant an injection of pace, power and pure talent in the shape of ex-Sarries Helena Rowland, who is touted for big things in the game, and the England Sevens captain herself, Abby Brown. So that means Lightning have the 15's captain Sarah Hunter, 15's vice captain Emily Scarrett and England Sevens captain Brown. That's mental. I wonder who gets the armband on game day. Anyway, Loughborough was still not done. They also added Irish duo Anya Staunton and Jill Bork from Saracens and Harlequins respectively. Both very talented individuals and again just shores up an already strong side. We know how influential Bork can be, as she won our player of the match for Quins last season when they played Worcester Warriors Women. So all in all, a very promising summer for them. But where does that leave them for the 2021 season? At the moment, we've not heard any word about any other players leaving or joining. Officially, we have a feeling some of their Canadian contingent might not be there for the start of the season. Lightning fans will be hoping they can still call upon Scotland internationals Rachel Malcolm, who is another captain for her country actually, Jenny Maxwell, Helen Nelson and try-scoring machine Rona Lloyd. And of course, there'll be the leaving uni students as well. But if they keep all of those big names, welcome back some other big names from injury like Kath O'Donnell, and they have their young England players continue their rapid development, such as the Harpers, the Tisha and Amelia and Morwenna Talling, then once again, they could be a very, very dangerous side. I said it last season and I'll say it this season. Lightning will finish in the playoff places. Now this could be the most open season so far in the history of the league, and they could reach the final. But if I had to stick my neck out on the line and probably receive tons of hate for it, then I'm going to say they finish 4th and exit the semis again. But that's not a bad return for a bumpy start to the summer. Right, what a way to end these season previews than looking at the reigning champions, or should I say, longest reigning champions in the history of the Premier 15s, because technically they've held the title since May 2019, seeing as there was no final this year. The women in black will be looking to make it a three-peat this time around, but have they done any noteworthy business over the summer to help with their cause? Well, yes, they definitely have. Firstly, Alex Osterbury did what all good gaffers do, and that's secure the current crop of top-class talent. So, Zoe Harrison, Hannah Bottoman, the Cleal twins, Sarah McKenna, Marley Packer, Vicky Fleetwood and captain Lottie Clapp have all re-signed with the club. Sorted. But if that wasn't enough good news for Sarries fans, then how about this bumper cast of new names who have been signed to the club? Scrum half Emma Swords has returned home from her one season at Harlequins Women. Second row Fee McIntosh moves across from Richmond. Welsh international second row Georgia Evans also joins the club. And there was breaking news earlier this week when World Cup winning Red Rose Tamara Taylor joined the club in a player coach capacity. And she'll also be filling in that second row berth. And if that wasn't enough, how about the influx of England's Sevens players? Holly Aitchison, Deborah Fleming, Emma Uren and Sydney Gregson would all be donning the black this year. With the only confirmed departure being Anya Staunton, it's looking likely that Osterbury is heading into the campaign a very happy man. So, with all this firepower, do Saracens need to strengthen in any other departments? In a word, no. With Saracens, you know what you're getting, certainly last season anyway. A brute force of a pack who will drive and rely heavily on their dynamic and mobile pack to demolish anyone in front of them. A bit like a boxer using a jab and a haymaker, but in this case it's all with their forwards. So obviously their pack are really influential, and I would have said they needed to recruit more skill, agility and speed players. But they've actually done that with the addition of the Sevens girls especially, and now they're looking a more balanced side. So if I was going to pick one player who would make an impact for them this season, I would have said Mackenzie Carson. The Canadian is an absolute sensation since she joined the club in her first season last year for Sarries, and she was a genuine contender for Player of the Year. But she's still in Canada, we believe, so I have to pick someone else, which is bloody impossible because really Saracens have got so many impactful players, it's like having to pick your favourite child. But if I had to choose, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Zoe Harrison can control the side at 10 after having a mixed season last year through injury and having to play some games at 12. All that's left for me to announce is where I think Saracens will finish this season. And I actually think they'll finish in 5th place. No, don't be ridiculous, of course I don't. Of course, it's top spot for Sarries in the league and another final appearance. But they have to falter at some point, and you never know. The league is so open this year, there could be a surprise on the day, and they could be usurped for that championship. So what do you think? Do you think Sarries are going to come top? Do you think Loughborough are going to finish in the playoff places? Do you think I'm completely wrong? As always, we love to hear from you, so please do comment below. And before you leave us here today, do give this video a like, subscribe to the Women's Rugby Show, turn on those notifications like I said before. And yes, that's right, we are across social media on all these platforms. So give us a follow there. And the next time you see me, it will be in round 1 of the Premier 15's 2020-2021 season. I cannot wait. Buzz in. See you there. Bye.